Okay guys, we are going to be making this week's Craft Roulette Live Challenge card. Sorry for the... My voice always has a frog, and it's a long story. But anyway. Alright, so this is episode 267. The project is a 4-bar card. So A1. Element is sew, sews, sewing, sewn. So I have some thoughts about that. Colors, craft store. So really, truly, any color is on the table because you know, you just go down to the paper aisle, you can find any color you want. Okay, random is a stencil, and I have decided I am using this stencil from Dollar Tree. I don't know how it got this ghost-like piece on it, but anyway, it's going to take a lot of masking to do this because everything is pretty much open, but we're going to figure that part out. Okay, 4-bar. I was looking, that is 4 7/8 inch by 7, and you score on the 3.5 inch line. So it's a little bit smaller than A2. So let's start there. Okay, so 4 7/8 is going to be this little line here. So we're going to do that. We're going to cut it on at 7 inches. As my little guide I found says. So yeah, this is a little guy. Okay, and we're going to then score it, if I can find my scoring tool, at 3.5 on the 7 inch side. So, yeah, this is a little bitty guy. This is a good size for adding with gifts or whatever. Okay, that's cute as it can be. All right, so this is going to take up most, yep, it's going to take up most of the thing. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to do my faux stitching part before or after I do this. I think I'm going to do it before. What I'm planning to do is nothing hard. Now I could have done sewing. You guys know I stitch on cards all the time. Yeah, I'm feeling a little lazy today, I guess. Or I want to use my little handy dandy faux stitching. This is from We Are Memory Keepers. I've had this in my stash for a long time and I rarely use it, but I thought today's the day. And I'm not going to be trying to be precise with my lines. I am just, again, going through for whatever happens. So I am not aiming for perfection at all. And you do have to put some decent pressure on this. I am seeing that now. Or not all of the little lines come out. Some of them are not very, this is the back side, I don't know if you can see that. And I am going to try to make a 1-layer card. We'll see how that goes. I'm not going to be doing much of anything. So, yeah, just some faux stitching. Again, this is going to be pretty random and, you know, simple. All right, let me get my station set up so we can do some stenciling. All right, I've got some stencil things down. It's gonna take a lot of creative masking with this because this image is so close together. I'm gonna be using Calypso Coral, Old Olive, and Island Indigo for my colors. And I gotta get my blending brushes out if I can open these. Okay. I've not used this particular one. I'm also going to use a little bit of this to keep on my fingers, so hopefully I won't have as much problem with blending in. Oh, this is really nice. Okay. Here we go. Okay, hold up. Pause. Okay, I can tell that this is gonna be very interesting. Okay, so we got that. This other pretty little flower, I am going to use some Island Indigo on, I believe. And I'm just kind of really winging this. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. Oh, come on. But I like these little brushes for some of these bigger things, and then I'll switch to some of my smaller brushes in a little bit for other items. Okay, so let's see what else we have. We have some leaves. Let me do the leaves on them right here before I move on to other things. And that'll be the olive, what is this? Old olive. So what I'm going to use for this. And I'm going to use, do I use a bigger brush or a little brush? I guess I'll use this little teeny brush here. Alright, let me reveal some of this up more and we'll do some more. Okay, again, a lot of creative and masking going on here. I want all of these little areas to be that pretty blue, I think. That's my thought. Okay. But I don't want... Hold on one second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Let me just do this for that one. Okay. Now for the stems. I do want the old olive. And then this over here, I think I was going to do it blue, but I think I am going to do this as old olive as well. More of a greenery piece. And I could go back and add something onto the berries if I decide to, but I'm not sure I will. We'll see. All right, let's see what this is looking like. Okay, here's the card. I'm going to draw on some details, I think, with a lime pen, but let me show you that. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to add a few little items. I think for this one, I am going to do this. I've seen Andrea Nelson add pen details like this, and I figure it's something that I can actually do as opposed to something that I would be too scared. See, that's not too bad. It looks kind of cool. This one, I am going to add dots in the middle. And then maybe outline these roughly. Oh, that's cute. I did okay. I know, I'm so scared about. Okay, this one, I want to do a swirly because I love swirlies. Just like that. And then over here, I'm just going to add just a little like that. I think that's just cute enough. And then for the leaves, I'm just going to add a swoosh down the middle. What do I want to do with these? I think this, I'm just kind of going to outline it, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm going to even do both sides. I might just do one. Just so that there's black, you know, kind of all the way through. The same with these. Just going to outline one side of it to give it a little bit of detail. Now it needs a sentiment, and I think we're good. So, okay, I'm going to add this little sentiment I had in my stash right here. And it says, only for you. And that's good. So let me make sure I hit all the parameters. Okay, so it is a 4-bar card, which is an A1. The element is sewing sewn, and I added just a little bit of detail. You can see the little dots in the back of some faux stitching. I didn't take any care. I just kind of squiggled them up there. Colors are craft store. I think you would see all of these colors in a craft store because let's face it, every color of the rainbow is there. And then random is a stencil, and I did use this stencil to make my little flowers and then just added some details with my pen. All right, Craft Roulette, episode 267 card is complete. See you next time.